Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 as we wrap up today's 90 minutes of Outdoor Talk. We appreciate having Scott Stengel in the studio with us this morning. Scott, I know we're going to send a lot of customers your way, including me. To come to your place on right out of Laconia. You can't miss it. It's got a sign out there, right?
It does.
Come up the hill.
Come on up the hill.
And if it snows, you just slid down the hill. That's for sure. Yeah, Scott, and he brought a lot of good food. Hey, I got my good friend on the line right now, Mike Hayes of the Blue Lake Resort. You know that's where I go when I go to Reelfoot Lake. But not only is Mike a former commissioner for the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Association, but his heart is really in that Reelfoot area, and they're bringing back something that needs to be brought back. It's a Fin and Feather Expo, October 10th and 11th. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, Larry.
Thank you for being with us. Tell my listeners out there a little bit about the Fin and Feather Expo coming to your place.
Well, the Fin and Feather Expo, we're rebranding the waterfowl festival that they used to have in Soundburg. We got several of the call makers across the United States coming. You know, it's a custom call maker and collector of America. There's probably going to be at least 40 different call makers. We're going to have everything from kayaks to BMPO to Grizzly Jig Company to just outfitters. Wally Marshall going to be coming.
Wally,
we're going to have a little bit of everything in the fishing and hunting industry. And
it's all going to be based right at your facility, right?
That's right. We'll be here every Saturday and Sunday, the 10th and 11th. Start around 9 o'clock and go to 5 on Saturday and go to 4 on Sunday.
And, Mike, I know your family's been in the business for how long?
Oh, Lord. You know, my grandmother built one of the first hotels at Reelfoot in 1927. She had a small restaurant in her little hotel. And my great-grandfather, he was taking people out in a boat in the late 1800s.
Wow. And I know you want to bring this back. Why?
Oh, God. It's just natural for Reelfoot Lake. Some of the father call makers,
yeah.
A lot of famous call makers have been from Reelfoot. Everywhere from John Morris to Son Cochran. There's just a lot of different ones that
Tom Dennison. I know there's a lot of guys up there, now is Doug Rice coming?
I believe so.
I think Billy Hayes is coming, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Billy Hayes coming. Doug Rice.
Wow.
Got several different call makers. They've been working on calls. They're gonna have them to sell, and there'll be some wood burning demonstration for the calls, and just several different ways to make calls. They're gonna be out there making them at my resort.
And also, you're going to have your guys, Billy Blakely.
Billy Blakely be here. Ronnie Caps, I think he's an 8-time winner of the
national champion crappie. Yeah, Ronnie Caps and
Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie.
Mr. Crappie himself. That's worth the trip, folks. Just to meet Wally. He's such a real quiet guy, So no, he's not. Wally likes people, and Mike, putting this together, are you going to be ready?
Oh, yeah, we'll be ready. It's a perfect place to have it. It'll be right on the bank of the lake. It'll be all around my resort. And if we get too big, we got room over to expand over to the campground.
And I know you've got the resort in top shape, buddy. I don't know how much you have done some work. Those flowers and everything. Tell our listeners a little bit about the resort itself, how it's looking right now.
I've been working on the last 2 years doing a half-a-mile walkway around the resort. It's a butterfly trail, hummingbird trail for the photographer, and, just different people that, we don't want to just cater to the hunter and fisherman anymore. We're going to cater to everyone.
Well, you just got the best place on Reelfoot Lake. There's no doubt about it. Blue Bank Resort. And, folks, the date again, Fin and Feather Expo, October 10th and 11th. I can't think of a better time to be at Reelfoot because not only is their history up there, but you're going to get a chance to rub shoulders with some of the best call makers, over 30 vendors, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. We got right around 50 right now.
50 and still growing.
Yep.
Now, Mike, is it going to cost anything? Can people just come? It's just
everything going to be free. This first year we're trying to get everything back and going. Just come out and eat, everything's free.
And you're going to have some food, right, Mike?
Oh, we always have food.
Okay, Mike. I want to make sure that I wouldn't expect to come up there if it's not some food, right?
All right. We'll be cooking inside and outside.
Cooking inside and outside. And you can find out this information. How can they find out more information about it, Mike? Or maybe, do you have any rooms left, or are you still booking?
I'm completely full, but there are other hotels. They can call me, and I can give them numbers. You can call Blue Bank Resort, and I'll get them set up with rooms somewhere else.
There you go, folks. Yeah.
Cypress Point or Eagle Nest, either one of them, you can call them.
And you can go to bluebankresort.com, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And we have a Fin and Feather Expo page that you can join.
That's where I went, Fin and Feather Expo page. We've got a link on lroutdoors.com on my website for this event, because I'm going to be trying to help Mike promote this thing, and maybe we can get, before the show, I'm going to try to get maybe Billy Hayes on the show, Mike.
Okay.
To talk about call making, because really, folks, I'm a history buff, and I don't know if any place has more history than Reelfoot. I mean, you can go back to the earthquake that started it, and Mike and his family. I can still see your mom out there, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Fishing in that little boat by herself and things along that line, folks. Again, October 10th and 11th. Mike Hayes, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking to you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Mike Hayes, Fin and Feather Expo, and Scott, I know that. I'm ready to crank up. You guys are ready to crank up. The deer season is here. I'm looking at all of my seasons. Wow, I'm ready to roll here. We got coming up September the 26th, opening day of the archery season, 3-day hunt. That's September the 26th through October the 30th. The muzzleloading is the 7th, and that's when I hope to be in the woods and kill that deer on the radio. I keep trying. It's going to happen one of these times. I may have to get one tied up someplace, but it's going to happen one of these times. And then the gun season is the 21st. But you guys are open from when to when?
8 to 8.
8 to 8.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. See, it's an easy job. There's nothing to it there and everything.
Nothing to it.
Let me tell you about next week's show before I get out of here, because I won't be here, y'all. Okay? I'm on my 50th wedding anniversary trip with my wife, Miriam. Our anniversary's in December, but it's hard to go someplace in December. But we're going out west. I'm going to be at the Grand Canyon. We're going to northern Arizona, Utah, and Phoenix and things along that line. So Bill Cooksey and Ron Wong will be in here trying to keep Greg straight. I think it's the other way around.
Other way around.
It's the other way around on next week's show. But I know they're going to talk to Linda Powell at our good friend Linda Powell at Mossberg, because Mossberg has come up with a new rifle that I think is pretty cool. It's called the new Patriot Series bolt-action rifle in 11 models. And so we're going to talk to Linda on next week's show, and then Ron and Bill are in charge of everything else. I'm out of there. I mean, I'm gone. But I'm a man of faith, so I appreciate your prayers as I leave on this trip, because I just discovered this week that I have shingles. Anybody want to trade that with somebody else for me? If you're familiar with shingles, get your shot. Okay, I did not get my shot, my inoculation, my vaccine, whatever you want to call it, but I've got it, and I'm hoping that my medicine will work out and everything will be fine. But I'll be out next week, then I'll be back on that first Saturday. You know that's first Saturday, Greg? You know that? After that?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is that. October the 3rd. Already getting guests. Got some great giveaways we're going to be giving away. I imagine we can maybe I can get Scott to give away one of those T-shirts on Open Mic Saturday here. We'll get one of those.
I think we can come up with something.
I think they can come up. Show me that T-shirt. Let me see that black T-shirt. Let me see what that thing says. He brought me in a T-shirt here and food. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. That's the logo, right?
That's the logo.
That's the logo. And we're going to have that on lroutdoors.com, but I'm not sure who Ron Wong. I'll bet he gets some fishing people. Ron just got back from Lou's grand opening in Springfield, Missouri, where Ron was up there. Ron is everywhere, and we'll have to bring Ron Wong up to meet you sometime.
We're still not sure if there's more than one.
Oh, there's more than one Wong. There's more wrongs than there are rights. Okay, but Ron and Bill Cooksey, he is the editor of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News. They'll be in here next week, and then I will be back on Open Mic Saturday with Brother Dave and Brother Dave Gabbert, and Gene Smith be in that thing. But again, Scott, thank you for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
I know that you got to get used to it because we're going to be calling on you.
No, that's fine.
I mean, you and the boys.
Right.
Call on them and everything. And the store hours are 8 to 8. Tell them again where it's located.
It's 4 miles east of Summerville city limits on Highway 64.
On the north side.
It would be the north side.
Which way you coming? If you're coming from Memphis, if you're coming from Bartlett, it's on the north side. And it's how big's that facility? You get.
We're probably about 3,300 square foot facility.
Yeah. And you've expanded it, hadn't you?
With just cooler space.
Cooler space. And how big a cooler? I mean,
well, we at one time last year we had over 600 deer hanging.
600 deer hanging
at one time.
At one time,
right?
So if anybody wants to be a deer processor, and they're a little kid and they say, "I'd like to grow up just be like that."
Well, I don't know about that. You know, it takes special family.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does.
And so now the sausage, you've got the cracked pepper
and garlic. We have a trail bologna. I just didn't bring you that.
A trail bologna.
Right.
Okay.
And the jalapeno.
Folks, I've already eaten some of this. I hate to say it, I did, and I brought in some guests from around the studio here, and they liked it too. So I'm hoping to take some of it home if Greg doesn't jump on it and take it to his twins or anything like that. Scott, thank you for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Hey, folks, we'll see you back next week, 6 to 7:30, as I'm out in the west, and hopefully I don't have any flash floods like the tragedy that happened out there where I'm close. I'm going to be close to where all those flash floods were in the news this past week. Anyway, this is Larry Ray reminding you to do each and every week. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and God bless the USA.